here's the deal. I have a secret weapon, and this is going to put your efforts on complete autopilot, okay? Literally. Stupid, simple to use, completely newbie friendly. So if you've never been on LinkedIn before, never used something like I'm going to show you before, completely simple to use, makes you instantly 10 times more effective, and automates your LinkedIn marketing and makes it completely hands free. And I call it the Linked Lead Finder. See, here's the thing. I was getting so many new leads and traffic to my sites. I just wanted to find a way to multiply it without having to, invest even more time. So that's when I decided to just automate everything. I started using this software for myself to get new clients and new leads, and it was working so well for me. I wanted to know, I was curious if it would work for anyone else. So I gave a copy to a few of my friends, and amazingly, they had the same exact results that I did. And I was like, oh wow, this thing really works, and it's working for everyone. So they said, so many people would be interested in this thing. Why aren't you selling it? And I thought to myself, I never really thought about that, because I just made it, selfishly for myself. And I figured, if I could help someone else out and make them more efficient and do things faster and easier, then that would be cool. So I call it the Linked Lead Finder, and it basically is 5 different modules to completely crush your LinkedIn marketing. And let me show you what each one does right now. So the first module is what I call the Profile Optimizer, and this is going to help you get found. Excuse me. Exactly, Tom. It's going to help you get found in the internal LinkedIn search engines, okay? So on the first page, with just a couple of key terms, you put your top 4 or 5 keywords in here, and you let LinkedIn Lead Finder literally rank you on the first page of the LinkedIn search results in like less than 5 minutes. Seriously, it's amazing how this thing works. It's really that fast, and it's instantaneous. So you check your results for something. So if I wanted to rank for web designer or chiropractor or whatever, I would go to LinkedIn, type in that search, see where I'm at in the search results, and if I'm nowhere to be found, run this thing with those keywords and then go back and check. And I guarantee you're going to be, if you're not on the first page, you're going to be within the top 5, if not the top 2 or 3. Seriously, it works like magic. It's ridiculous. So module 2 is the LinkedIn loophole. This is the secret LinkedIn loophole that we already went over. The same exact thing that I showed you how to do. Target the groups, go into the groups, and then send messages. It's going to send unlimited amounts of messages to laser targeted prospects in your groups. Say goodbye to your daily message limit. Seriously, it's as simple as entering in your subject, your group name, the message content you want to send, your keyword you want to search people by, and how many max messages you want to send. You can even put a delay to make it look more natural in between your messages, a 20-second delay, and what page of the group you want to start on, and then you just click the green button that says start sending messages. It's really that easy. So module 3 is find connections. So you can find and scrape connections by keywords and by zip codes in your area, and then send a connection request to them with a click of the mouse, which you do over here in the Add Connections module. So this is going to take that list of connections that you found, and it's going to add them in, send them this message in a connection request, and then you can tick off the little box right there that says connect with suggested, and that's going to connect with everyone that LinkedIn suggests for you. So that's very powerful and can get you a ton of new connections very fast and easily. And then the last thing is what I like to call the status blaster. So you put your subject of it, does status updates, and then it takes that status update and then it posts it to every single one of your groups. So you type your subject in, you put your content in, and then you add a URL and you click blast off, and that's literally it. You sit back, let it post to all your groups, and that will get you not only a ton of likes and people visiting replying back to you, but it'll get people visiting your website in that link that you put in there, and it works. So I can't even explain how well that works, even just doing that manually. But I mean, obviously it would take forever to do a status update and then post it to 30, 40, 50 of your groups. Hold on one second, let me grab a drink of water. Okay. My throat. So, this is pretty much what the linked lead finder is all about. Okay, these 5 modules will help you literally multiply your efforts on LinkedIn. And here's where I'm going to show you how the software in action. Okay, I'm going to go to my desktop, I'm going to pull up the software, and I'm actually going to show you. I'm not going to show it all to you because I don't want to keep you here all night. I'm going to show you the 2 most powerful modules in my mind, and the 2 most useful modules that I use almost on a daily basis, which is the LinkedIn loophole module and then the status blaster module. So let me pull that up right now and then go ahead and show you exactly how that works. Let me show you exactly what this thing does. So here's where you enter in your LinkedIn username and password up here in the tools bar, and that's really all you got to do. After that's filled out, you can come in here and save your project, and that will save everything that you enter in here. If you have something entered in, you just click Save Project, come over here, enter the name of your project, click Save and OK, and then you can load that project back up at a later date. Let me load mine, just like that, loaded, and my credentials are now loaded up. The database is probably the biggest thing of this whole software. You just come to View Database, and this lists all of the people that I've sent messages to with this thing. So every time you send a message, it collects that person's user ID, stores it in the database so you won't send them a message twice, because sometimes the same person is in multiple groups, and then you can clear the database as well and start over whenever you would like. To add a group over here to the drop down, real simple, put your group name right in here and then click Add Group. Same way with deleting, pick one from the list, click Delete Group, click OK, no problem. So here's the drop down. I'm going to post to Marketing Innovation with LinkedIn. I'm going to type in my subject just like we talked about in the little connect message. I'm going to pick, hey, checked out your profile, let's connect. I'm going to search for owners again. I'm going to send out just 5 messages, 7-second delay between those messages, and I want to start on page 5, and that's literally it. Like you just seen in less than a minute this thing, and we're ready to start. You click the green button. All right, let me expand this here so you can see what's going on. So it's going to navigate to your LinkedIn profile, log you in, and then we're going to land on the home page. And it's literally going to do the same thing that we just did manually. It's going to go to the groups. It's going to click on your group, go to members, and then it's going to put in your search term. And then it's going to start on whatever page you entered in there in the start pages, page 5. There it goes. And then it's going to start at the top of the list, and it's going to work its way down and send messages until it hits that max messages that you have entered into the software. And just like that, we're off into the first message, and here is the subject and message, and there we go. First message was successfully sent. How much faster and easier was that than having to go in and manually do it ourselves? I mean, seriously. So you can just type in 100 messages right here and kick back, relax, go grab a cup of coffee, and let this thing just run and do its own thing. As you can see, it's right on back to the second message already. And as you can see up here where it says messages successfully sent, it keeps track of all the messages that it's sending. And again, when it gets to that max messages, it's going to just stop, and you'll see that here in a minute once we get up to 5. So right now, and just look at that, in just less than a couple minutes, we've already sent out 3 messages just while we've been, looking at this thing. It's, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and as Sarah said, I can't believe it. Yeah, I know. Jackson, I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm right there. He said this is crazy. I know. This thing works so well. It's so efficient. It's hands-free, and it does that whole formula that I just showed you on complete autopilot. So you literally just craft your message, throw it in here, put your subject, the group you want to post to, your subject, how many messages you want to send, the delay, click the button, and you're done. And literally it'll post messages, as many as you want, and when it's done, it'll click on and you know, say all the messages have been sent. And there it is right there, all messages have been sent. You click OK, everyone's been messaged. Fantastic. Now let me jump over to the status blaster and show you what that does really quick. So I'm just going to put in a little fake, not a fake, but just a quick status update about the new new Fiverr real quick. So I said, hey, have you checked out the new Fiverr yet? Let me post in this message and add a link to Fiverr. And what this does is it posts a status update directly to your profile, and then it posts it to all of your groups. So here we are again. It's going to log in to LinkedIn, and it's going to land on your home page again, and here it is posting up that status update. As you can see, same exact thing as we have written on the box there, and sometimes it takes a minute to kick off, and there it goes, and that is posted. Now, as you can see, a box pops up, right, and it says share updates. So what it's doing right now is it's scanning all of my groups, and it's entering in all of my groups one by one right in this thing, and it's going to post that that update to every single one of my groups. It posts it to those groups, so all of them can see my status, right? So if I say, hey, I'm working on a new book, and you know, if you want inside information about it, you know, sign up here, and then you can put a link to your website or your blog, or you know, an opt-in form or whatever, and that will go out to all of your groups. So it's super powerful, and it's a huge time saver. You know, if you can have a max of 50 groups in LinkedIn. So really, depending on how many groups you have is how fast the software is going to run. Obviously, it'll get done faster if you only have 10 groups, as opposed to if you had, you know, 50 groups. So it's super powerful, very, very quick, way more efficient, and it takes you out of the equation. That's the main thing. You don't have to sit and post these status updates. You don't have to sit and go into these groups. Yeah, Matt just asked me, where does it post? It posts in the discussion. That's what, in the discussion of every single group is where it posts. So thank you for bringing that up, Matt. Yeah, it takes this update and posts it to all of your groups' discussions. Yes. So, and as you can see, it just keeps firing away at all of my groups, and I think it's just about done. It's getting down to the end here. So let's just let this thing wrap up real quick, and then we'll get back into the slides here. I think it's almost done. Let's see. It's still trucking away, and exactly, this thing is it's a time saver. I mean, that's really what it is. Not only does it post this update, it gets you, when it posts to those discussions, it gets a ton of people to like those discussions, to share those discussions, but more importantly, if you add a link in here, it gets you traffic back to anywhere that you want it. I mean, it's very, very powerful. So, I mean, your imagination is the limit with this thing, and how you can use it, and what content you can post in here. Let's see. I think this thing's about wrapped up here. Yep, here we go. It's posting the subject, and there we go. It has posted and submitted that to all of my groups, just like that. Scroll back up here, and yep, there we go. We have successfully shared this link, and just like that, it's really that easy. This is crazy. It's exciting. I still get amazed by this thing. And there's my post, and there is my link.